Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Harika. So in previous video, we have seen what is data service, what all actions we can perform using data service, and how a low code or no code data storage platform will help us to modify the data, update, and all these different kind of things using data service, right? So besides that, we have also seen what are entities, fields, records, and different data types. And we have not explored much about choice sets in the data types. So in this video, I'm going to talk about choice sets, how we can access them, how we can create, update, and delete different types of choice sets. And also, I'm going to show you one entity, how we can create an entity, and that we can use that in our workflows in future. So I'm going to do right from the scratch. If you want to learn the data service so that you can apply it in your use cases or in the requirements in the project, so you can start doing this parallelly with me along the way. So for that, I just created one entity before, which is project names. So under project names, I have provided a field called name of project. So what is there in the name of the project? Let's go to data. So here you can see there are 4 different projects that I've created, right? So we all know how to create entity, right? But still, I will show you creating one entity of different data types right from the scratch. Okay. So for that, what I'm going to do, I just have to click on create new entity. Okay. So I have to provide the entity name. So I'll just provide employee details. Okay. So this contains all the details about the employees working in my organization. Okay. I just want to make sure that I have all the information about the employees that are working. So I'll just save it. So that's it. Entity got created. And now the next thing that we are going to do is we have to create the fields. So let's go with employee name. Okay, so that is basically a text. And what are the details? 200, default value is not needed, and description is name of the employee, right? So just save this. So let's create one more field, which is employee ID. Okay, so this will be a number. I wanted to give it as a number. So minimum 0, 2 decimals, and this is perfect, fine. And later one more field. So let's take a Boolean value this time. Is currently employed in our company or not? Okay, so or you can say current employee, yes or no, with a Boolean value. Okay, just say save it. So after that, we have to create one more field, which is of type date time. So we can just say employed from what time he's been employed in our company. So I don't want the time field, so I'll just hide it by saying yes. So only the date is enough for this particular field. So just say save. And now let's see here what I have to do is, next I wanted to assign a relationship field. So for that, we have seen in the previous example as well what a relationship is and how we can bind the fields from one entity to another entity. So let's see how we can do that. So I just mentioned, so currently working in which project. So I just want to know that particular employee is working in which project. So I made a relationship field. So if you remember, I have shown there's a project names entity, right? I have linked this field to project names entity. And in project names, we have multiple fields to which field I wanted to bind this actually. So I want to bind this to name of the project. That's it. So just save it. And what is the other field? We have choice set. So let's talk about choice set very detailedly now. So for that, what I'm going to do, just go to data service. So once after you come to the home, or just say admin, so just click on the data service here. Okay, so here you have first what initially we have to do, we have to understand what is a choice set. It's just like how we are selecting something from the drop down. It's just a list of items that we have choices to select. Okay, so first in order to create a data field of choice set, let me go ahead and create a choice set first. Okay, so just go to in my employee details itself, I'm going to add a new field of type choice set. So if you just observe, let's give it as a appraisal. Okay, appraisal band. So I wanted to create a new choice set. So here we'll get an option to create a choice set, right? So in that, I wanted to provide a set of values. Okay, I want to give name that choice set as a band, and this is the display name of the choices, what bands I wanted to give. Choice A, these are the bands A, B, C, D. Okay, so these are the different choices that I can select for this band. Just say save, and after that what I can do is go to the, so we can see the appraisal here, right? Create new field, and from here I'll just say appraisal band, go to choice set, and from this choice set you can select any of the fields. So if you want to view all choice sets what are available, you can go here under entities, you have choice set. So these are the different choice sets that we have. Okay, so now we have created bands. So let's say if I want to edit it, I have an option here. So I can just go over here and say one more value, which is E. And if I don't want to add, I can just delete it just by making the options. Okay, so it's something of that thought. Removing a choice will clear it from all the reference rows of existing data. If there is any existing data, those values will also be removed. So you have to make sure that it is there or not. Okay, so just say save. So this is how we can create a choice set, update and delete. If you want to delete this whole choice set, you can just click on this button that will delete the choice set. Okay, so that's about choice set. So let's go to our entity employee. We have created appraisal, right? Employee details. Okay, appraisal is not created yet. We will create one appraisal band, choice set, and this to the band. Okay, if you wanted to select multiple options, you can just allow it, but usually appraisal will be of one only, right? So just save it. So we can see appraisal band field also got generated. So after that, what I'm going to do, we'll create one more field. We have something called file, right? So let's say I wanted to store the resume of the all employees that were employed in my company. So I'll just say file and save. And now what we've done is we have seen the different data types that a field can hold, right? If you see here, we have all these. So we have seen, right, these are the system built-in fields: ID, created by, created time, updated by and updated time. But apart from that, these are the ones that we have created. So if you see, these are all of different types. We have a choice set, boolean, relationship, date, number, text, and a file. So we have created an entity and fields of different data types. So let's go ahead and create the records by just adding the data into our existing fields. So I wanted to add new data. So just click on add data. So we can see everything is getting reflected here, right? So I wanted to first go and provide in all the details and see how we can do that. So this is of type choice set, right? So I can say what band I wanted to provide for this employee. So current employee, yes or no. So it's a Boolean type, right? So yes. And what is a project that he's working right now? So if you see, if you remember, I have shown you, let me cancel this. These are the projects that we have, right? These are the projects that we have created in our project names entity. And this is of type relationship, which is linked to our current project field, right? So I'm going to check here. So if you see, I can see all the projects that are related into the project names entity, right? So I'll just say whatever the project that I want to take, and the employed date, we can select the employed date from here, from when that person is employed. Okay, fine, that is done. Employee ID and then employee name. So I can just select a particular file also from this computer. So this is for the resume. Okay, so I can just select the file, just drop it, and that's it. We got all the information and are of different fields that we can select it and add the data over here. Just say save. If you see, all the details are reflected, right? So this is how we can create data into a particular entity. So I believe this is clear for you. In this video, we have seen what is a choice set, how we can use a choice set, how we can customize it, create it, update and delete. So these are the different things. And we have practically seen how to create an entity and the fields which are of different types, and also how to push the data into the entity manually. So I hope this is clear. This has got a good understanding of how we can do it. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about how we can link the data that we have, basically the data service, into our studio. And later, I will also talk about the further steps, how we can access that, how we can initialize it and everything, and what are the prerequisites for doing so. I hope you found this video useful. If so, please do let me know in the comment section, and also hit the like button. So to not miss any of the future videos, do hit the subscribe button so you get videos as soon as I upload them. Thank you so much for watching.